Hello student, myself Digan Sakhiwala. I am your science sir. Today we will start chapter number 4, the structure of atom. Dear student, we know that whenever we are going to divide any matter, then last part is available, that is called atom. The meaning of atom is uncuttable, unbreakable or indivisible. But by the discovery of electron, proton and neutron, we come to know that atom is divisible. It is divided into so many particles are there, but we are going to learn only 3 particles. They are called electron, proton and neutron. Electrons revolve around the nucleus, okay, and the path on which electron revolves around the nucleus is called orbit. Sub part of the orbit is called the orbital, okay. Proton and neutron are in the nucleus. Proton is having positive charge, okay. So step by step we are going to learn that how scientists come to know about all these particles. So we will start the structure of atom. Chapter number 4, structure of atom. Atoms and molecule are the fundamental building blocks of matter. Okay, so atoms and molecule are the fundamental building blocks of the matter. So we know that when so many atoms are combined, then compound is obtained. Okay, after the compound we come to know that substance is obtained. The existence of different kind of matter is due to the different atoms constituting them. Okay, so a different type of matter, they have the different type of chemical properties. Okay, only because of what? They have the different type of electronic structures are the number of electrons are different, number of protons are different, number of neutrons are different. Okay, so we come to know that the existence of different kind of matter is due to the different atom constituting them. So in every matter different type of atom is present: silicon, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen. So their physical and chemical properties are different. A major challenge before the scientists at the end of the 19th century was to reveal the structure of atom as well as to explain its important property. So at the end of the 19th century, the main problem of the scientists was that what is the structure of atom, which particles are present and what are the properties of them. Okay, one of the first indication that atoms are not indivisible comes from the studying the static electricity and the condition under which electricity is conducted by the different substances. Okay, so atom is not divisible. Okay, that concept was further more studied when we come to know that we can pass the electric current. Okay, so something is present in the atom, then and then we can pass the electric current. Second word is important here, we have the static electricity. Okay, static electricity means what? Whenever we comb our hair, dry hair, at that time the charge is produced in the comb, and whenever we put the small pieces of paper nearer the comb, then what happens? This comb is start attracting the paper, means some charge is produced in the comb. Okay, so because of the static electric charge we come to know that, or by so many other experiments we come to know that atom is divisible and some positively charged particles are present as well as negatively charged particles are present. Charged particles in the matter. Dear student, we are going to learn about the charged particles in the matter. When we comb dry hair, it attracts small pieces of paper. Okay, so because in the comb some charge is produced and because of that reason it attracts the paper. On rubbing the two objects together, they become electrically charged. So either losing the electron or gaining the electron. Okay, when we rub something, then charge is produced. Okay, charge are two types, one is positive charge and other is what? Negative charge. Answer for this question is atom is divisible and consists of charged particles. Many scientists contributed in the revealing the presence of charged particle in an atom. So many scientists are there. They have the idea about what? There are some charged particles are present. So J.J. Thomson, Rutherford, Niels Bohr, they carry out several experiments. Goldstein, they carry out several experiments, and by that way they come to know that atom is divisible in the several particles are there. Okay, it was known by 1900 that the atom was indivisible by particle but contained at least one subatomic particle, the electron, identified by the J.J. Thomson. Okay, so there was one scientist, his name is J.J. Thomson. Okay, J.J. Thomson first told that atom is indivisible, but maybe in that one particle is present, and he told that particle is what? Electron, and it is identified by the J.J. Thomson. Even before the electron was identified, E. Goldstein in 1886 discovered the presence of new radiation in discharge and called them the Canal Rays. Okay, so when we pass the current from the two plate, at that time the Canal Rays are produced. Okay, and the experiment was done by the E. Goldstein in 1886, and he find out the new radiation from the discharge tube, and he called it as a canal ray. Okay, and they are positively charged. Canal rays were positively charged radiation which ultimately lead to the discovery of another subatomic particle, and that subatomic particle is called the proton. So canal ray was positively charged radiation. Okay, it is attracted towards the negatively charged, and from the canal rays we come to know about the another subatomic particle, and the subatomic particle is what? Proton. This subatomic particle has a charge equal in magnitude but opposite in sign to that of the electron. So very important thing is what? The subatomic particle had a charge equal in magnitude but opposite in sign to that of the electron. We come to know that electrons are negatively charged. Okay, so whatever subatomic particle is present by the canal ray experiment, that is having the positively charged. So proton is positively charged, as well as the subatomic particle had the charge equal in magnitude, means number of proton and number of electrons are same. Number of positive charge equals to the number of negative charge. Its mass was approximately 2000 times as that of the electron. So important thing is what? The mass of the proton was 2000 times more than that of the electron. Okay, it is very heavier. Suppose we compare our weight and we compare our weight of the hair, then it is a negligible. Weight of the hair is negligible. Same way, when we compare the weight of proton and neutron, the weight of the electron is what? Negligible. So whenever we measure the atomic mass, at that time we will consider the weight of proton and neutron. We will not consider the weight of electron because it is almost negligible. You can see the figure 2000 times. Okay, it was given name proton. In general, it is represented by proton P plus and electron is E minus. Okay, so generally the proton is represented by the P plus and the electron is represented by what? Electron minus. The mass of the proton is taken as a unit and mass of the electron is negligible. Okay, dear student, we will learn that already, that proton is 2000 times heavier than the electron. So we can say that the weight of the electron, mass of the electron is what? Negligible. Dear student, we know the difference between the weight and mass, but in chemistry you can use anything like mass instead of weight also we can use. But in physics, when mass come in the contact of the gravitation acceleration, then it is called the weight. So weight is different. My weight is on the earth is 60 kg, but on the moon it is what? 10 kg. Atom was composed of protons and electron mutually balancing their charges. Okay, so atom was composed of proton and electrons mutually balancing their charges. So atom is what? Electrically neutral. It has no charge. It has neither positive charge or nor the negative charge. Okay, because number of proton equals to number of electron. But if the number of proton is becoming more when we remove the electron, then it is called the positively charged particle, that is called cation. And whenever we add the electron, by atom gain the electron, at that time the number of electron is becoming more and number of proton is becoming less. At that time what we can say, that atom is what? Anion. We cannot use particle word here because particle we will use for the subatomic particle. Okay, so atom when gain the more number of electron, then it is called anion. When atom has a less number of electron, so it is called the positive ion, it is called the cation. The protons were interior of the atom, for whereas electron could easily be removed off but not protons. Most important thing is here, proton is present in the nucleus. Okay, proton is present in the nucleus, so it is not easily removed. Nucleus is present at the center, but electrons we can remove by several chemical reactions because electron revolves around the nucleus. and that path of the electron on which it revolves around the nucleus, that is called orbit, and the sub part of the orbit is called the orbital. Like you are living in one society, that is called orbit, but particular flat number are there, that is called what? Orbital. Same way in the orbit the sub part is present, that is called the orbital. So dear student, today we started the new chapter, and that is the most important, the structure of atom. Okay, and in that we learn that till now the Dalton come to know that atom is indivisible, but the atom is divisible into what? Proton, neutron and electron. After that several experiment was done by the J.J. Thomson, Goldstein, James Chadwick. Okay, and after that we come to know that the atom is divisible into proton, neutron and electron. So this is all about the today's portion. Thank you so much.